Yeah.
The Orange Bowl of all
Yeah,
places.
Orange Bowl. So one of the greatest games in college football history. So take us through the emotions of that game, because even going back and I watched it the other day as we're getting ready for the show, and I still had a minor heart attack, even though I knew it was going to happen. Like, what was it like going through that game? And actually, when they put time back on the clock, when we thought everyone sealed it, what was your thoughts going through that game?
Well, I mean, people thought that the game was going to be like the one we played them the year before,
Mhm.
which we won 27-14, and everyone thought that the game would be like that again. But we knew that it was going to be difficult. They had they played a 3-man front, and so we knew it was going to be hard defensively. But from their defense, I'm sorry, from an offensive standpoint, we knew it was going to be hard. But like, as I mentioned, all year our defense was solid, and they kept us in games when we were struggling, or if we struggled. And they also helped us build leads by giving us opportunities
Mhm.
uh, the entire game. I mean, entire season. And so this game was no different. We were moving the football again, and we were kicking field goals, but our defense wasn't giving up, much. We were fortunate to get some penalties that got some things called back. Uh, but as a competitor, we had we had a chance to go down and get us a score, and we were able to do that. With 116 on the clock, we were able to drive the football down. They had a couple penalties, but we were able to kick the field goal this time with
Mhm.
Scott Bentley, our super freshman, and he kicked it straight through, and it was a little nerve wracking.
Mhm.
Once they put a little bit more time on the clock from the pass that they made, but at this point it was just fate. It was for us because as you watch the last kick, our defense once again rushed the kicker to make him kick it a little bit faster than he probably wanted to,
Mhm.
and he hooked it. He was a little bit out of his range, but I think the pressure from the edge, Clifton Abraham, I think, was one of the guys who came around the edge to put a little pressure on him. And like I tell my players, you know, when you get down to the last few seconds of a game, you can be tired, you can be worn out, but if you want to win, that's what all those wind sprints, those stadium steps, and all that conditioning you do. That's the time that it comes out in those types of moments. And we found a way to, rush the kicker, and the kicker missed it left. And so, as we all know, sometimes you never get an opportunity again
Right.
to do that. And while you're there, you have to make sure you take advantage of it. And we were fortunate that we were able to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what a amazing season! Bringing that national title back. For Bobby Bowden and all the great seasons you guys have had. Getting close, like I said, there were so many times you guys finished two just behind Miami. But I just have to ask a question: Is